pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, can we get a roll call?
Reverend Matias here. Pastor Moody.
Present.
Dr. Randall's is excused. Mr. Ross.
Present.
Ms. Slade.
Present.
Dr. Falls is excused. Dr. Flores.
Present.
Mr. LeGrand.
Yes.
Dr. Baker.
Here.
Okay, we're all present.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Support. All right, everybody supports, say aye.
Aye.
No celebrations this week?
No celebrations this week, Dr. Baker.
All right. Somebody was going to come talk to us here.
Here we are.
The public, it is the public comment portion.
It is. He knew that.
I love it.
He knew that it was.
There any other public comment, members? All right, we'll move on to the secretary's report.
The only item that I have is that the budget will be voted on June 22nd for approval by the board at 6:30 p.m. here.
Okay, so we'll
That's it.
return here a week from now.
Next week.
Superintendent's report.
Dr. Baker and members of the board, I'd like to ask John Himholt to please come forward. There's a lot of movement over there. I'm not sure why.
They're getting organized.
All right, come on forward.
Mary Jo, what are you doing over there?
Okay, all right.
I like it. I'm impressed.
Good deal.
Please, Debbie, have a seat here. If the rest of you would want to
Awesome.
have a seat. Madam Superintendent, President Baker, members of the board, it's my honor to be here to announce that Union High School has been named a MI Heart Safe School by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services,
Love it.
MDE, American Heart Association, Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Michigan Alliance for Prevention of Sudden Cardiac Death of the Young. This is an award that recognizes schools that are prepared to respond to cardiac emergencies. And here with me is Deb Duquette from DHS, who can share more information about how the designation came about.
Hello, good
Hi.
evening. My name is Deborah Duquette. I'm the State Genomics Coordinator for the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. I'm also a very proud parent of a student that actually is a Grand Rapids Public School student who just finished up at Zoo
Great.
School and will be going to City. And I'm very, very happy to be here today to give Union High School this designation. Last year, we also designated Innovation Central High School. They were the actual first school in the whole state to actually put in their application last year. And I'm very proud to say that we now have 162 school buildings in the state of Michigan that are My Heart Safe schools. And Union High School was also designated this year. And I want to actually congratulate the school nurses especially for championing this effort. So would you guys like to come forward too and say what your names are?
I'm Diane Bolshinsky.
I'm Rachel Vandenbrink.
And they were true champions in making sure this effort happened. And as John had stated, this award is coming from not only the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, but Michigan Department of Education, American Heart Association, as well as the Michigan High School Athletic Association and Michigan Alliance for Prevention of Sudden Cardiac Death of the Young. That alliance makes up many private and public partners, including two that are here today. Would you two like to introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm Kevin McGraw from Amway Corporation. My father was with the Grand Rapids Public Schools for about 30 years. He's 25 years retired. He's still with us, but he was at Union High School, so this is really
That's right. That's right.
I'm Jeff Trosper. I'm the Education Coordinator at American Medical Response, and we support their efforts in trying to save the young.
Nice job.
And
Nice.
so in order for a school to receive this designation, they must have a cardiac emergency response plan in place, which is now state law actually as of last year. Importantly, they must perform at least one cardiac emergency response drill per year, so that goes above and beyond what's required by state law. They also must have an emergency response plan and team in place, have current CPR and AED certification for at least 10% of their staff, have accessible, properly maintained and inspected AEDs with signs identifying their location, and they must ensure pre-participation sports screening of all student athletes using the current physical and history form endorsed by the Michigan High School Athletic Association. So I'm very proud to say that Union High School has received this designation, and this designation is good for 3 years, and this is an incredible achievement and an important way to protect your school's students, staff, and visitors. So thank you so much, and with that, we actually do present you this banner, as well as decals, and you can order more if you'd like from us, as well as certificates signed by all those different organizations.
Nice.
So thank you so very much, and then we'd love to get a picture of you too. Can you take a picture with them?
Nice job. Thank you very much. Awesome. Nice.
Thank you
Nice.
so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Baker.
Is that all?
That was it.
All right, so next we have, it's like 4 action items. The first is the first reading of policy 2810. Can I get,
Motion to approve first reading of policy 2810.
thank you very much, a second?
Second.
Can you explain, this is in response to a new state regulation.
Sorry, Dr. Baker, let me get to
This is,
Sharon, come forward.
yeah, this is policy 2810, public review inspection of records, and we're making a change to the policy based on
The law.
new state law.
Good evening, Dr. Baker, board members, Superintendent Neal. Yes, you are correct. The law changed, and so we have amended our policy, but the majority of the changes will be in what we call rules, but which the statute really wants us to call procedures and guidelines, so we'll be making an adjustment to what you have here. But generally, the rules changed because they wanted much more transparency. So to really tell how do you get public records, there'll be a form that's created to tell how the fees are structured. There is a change in terms of the fact that we have to publish actual guidelines on our website. So you'll see in the policy, we actually picked up the language from the statute and defined exactly what a public record was. We didn't have that in our prior policy. Clearly, in our old policy, we did have that there would be a FOIA coordinator, but there are many more extensive guidelines and rules that go with that, and I believe you all have a copy of the rules, and you see that they're much more robust than they were before, basically really outlining in much more detail the appeals procedure, if you deny an open records request, basically really specifying the reasons that you can use to base the denial. So that essentially is what this is.
Sharon Pitts is our coordinator. She is the designee for FOIA, so.
Yes, I am the FOIA coordinator.
Among other hats.
So, and Tina Rochelle, my assistant, really helps organize that and does a really great job in making sure that we respond to and are compliant. And we'll be doing some training with our staff too, so that once the board has approved and adopted the policy, we'll get that online, and then when our administrators come in, we'll do training.
Okay, so we will then vote on this at our regular board meeting in July. Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
I think we do it now.
Oh, we vote on the first reading?
The first reading, but the actual second.
Second reading is going to go to a work session because it has to be in place by July.
So the
Which
first,
means that we should vote for it next
On the
Monday
22nd.
when we have the budget vote. Okay, so we will vote for it today. The first reading, the second reading we'll do next Monday. Okay, great. Let's get
So
into
then-
it.
You ready?
So yes, so.
Okay, Reverend Matias, yes. Pastor Moody?
yes.
Dr. Randall's excused. Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Fobbs excused. Dr. Flores?
Yes.
Mr. LeGrand?
Yes.
Dr. Baker?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next is the purchases. Can I get a motion to support the purchases?
Motion to approve purchasing agenda.
Support.
Any discussion? All right, Reverend Matisse, you want to call the
Okay.
roll?
Reverend Matias, yes. Pastor Moody?
Yes.
Dr. Randall's excused. Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Fobbs excused. Dr. Flores?
Yes.
Mr. LeGrand?
Yes.
President Baker?
Yes. Next, we have a donation to Dickinson Academy's Early Childhood Center. We actually have two donations. You want to have Larry just, or you have the information for that?
I do have the information. So the first donation for Dickinson Academy Early Childhood, and that is from PNC Bank for $3,000. And I will have the actual budget to ensure that we follow. And so that's one. And the second is for a donation for Innovation Central, and that's $4,400. $1,100 for each academy. And again, I will have that information.
So I guess we need a motion to accept the first donation to Dickinson Academy from PNC Bank.
So moved?
Support.
Reverend Matias, yes. Pastor Moody?
Yes.
Dr. Randall's excused. Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Fobbs excused.
It's anonymous.
Dr.
Thank you.
Flores?
Yes.
Mr. LeGrand?
Yes.
Dr. Baker?
Yes.
I'd move we accept the second donation.
Support.
Reverend Matias, yes. Pastor Moody?
Yes.
Dr. Randall's excused. Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Ross? Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Fobbs excused. Dr. Flores, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mr. LeGrand?
Yes.
President Baker?
Yes. All right, and finally, we have the consent agenda grouping. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Support?
Reverend Matias, yes. Pastor Moody?
Yes.
Dr. Randall's excused. Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Fobbs excused. Mr. LeGrand?
Yes.
Dr. Flores?
Yes.
President Baker?
Yes. I think we're going to have to slow things down. We're getting through this too quickly, so. We have no discussion items. However, if it's okay, if it's appropriate, I just want to make sure we're clear on the meeting for next week, the budget vote, and then also the second reading of the policy. And then typically, we also, in terms of our July meetings, we have typically not held the first meeting in July, as it usually has coincided with the 4th of July weekend. This year, it's a little bit different. But I would propose that we go ahead and cancel it anyway. So the first meeting in July of this year would be July 6th.
July what?
July 6th. It's the Monday. And we've typically not had a first meeting in July. And I don't know, is there a calendar that actually, if our calendar actually has a board meeting scheduled for July?
It doesn't. The first one is work session on the 13th, Dr. Baker.
Okay, so other than our meeting next week, we won't have another meeting until the work session on July 13th. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. So. All right, public comment, agenda or non-agenda items?
Yes, we do. Ruth Ann?
I didn't realize that you met twice a month, so I missed the last meeting. I hope you had a chance to review the information that was passed out the last time I was here regarding the scholarship or the award that I am proposing for the Grand Rapids Sister Cities International. And that proposal will be submitted this Wednesday night at the board of the GRSCI. And I'm hoping that you have read the information, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have about it.
Well, typically, we don't have a question-answer session in the public comment session. However, we can discuss it after the meeting, I guess, if there's any.
Well, I'm ready to make the proposal on Wednesday night, and I hope that they are ready to vote on it, because I'd like to put it in place at the beginning of the school year, which is September, after Labor Day. And I have the support of all 4 sister cities so far, and I'm working on Mexico. And Mr. Roberto Flores is the new Hispanic Center chairperson, and I've invited him to come to the meeting on Wednesday night, and hopefully it will come and it will pass. What I need from Grand Rapids Public Schools is a list of the secondary schools, 9 through 12, and charter schools, if any, within the city limits of Grand Rapids, and any homeschoolers that are in those grades in Grand Rapids, because I want to limit it to the city limits of Grand Rapids. They may live outside the city, but if they go to a Grand Rapids Public Schools, they're eligible to enter the contest. And you have all the information in the packet, and what we need from the public schools is a lot of advertisement through your principals, counselors perhaps, English teachers, that kind of thing, so that they would be stimulated, so to speak, to, or inspired to enter.
I'm breaking protocol by responding, although typically the board would not be a part of creating or supporting such an venture. It would be a staff person, and I've just heard from the superintendent that you're working with Ron Gorman, and Ron Gorman can meet with you about decisions related to that. So it's not really a board decision.
And who's that? That's
Ron
you.
Gorman.
Sure. And Ms. Evans was interested in it too, so I gave her a copy of the proposal and all the information, and we hope that this will be an ongoing boost for not only Grand Rapids Public Schools, for the children that enter the contest, and for the Grand Rapids Sister Cities International. Thank you, Pastor Moody, for supporting us already last time with the $100 requested.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Superintendent's comments.
Thank you, Dr. Baker. I would just like to remind everyone that we are closed on Friday. We work 4 days during the summer, and so just so the parents will know that we are not open, this building is not open on Fridays. Thank you.
All right, board member comments. I'm going to start with Mr. Ross and go over this way.
No comment.
I just remembered that we also have started summer school for the next 6 weeks. And so all the support and encouraging parents to get their kids out there. It's a very important time for them to continue to learn, but also perhaps to catch up. So just want to remind folks that we do have summer school.
Thanks. Ms. Slade?
No comment.
Pastor Moody?
No comment.
Mr. LeGrand?
No comment.
Dr. Flores?
No comment.
All right, well, thanks. I hope people get a chance to see some of the media coverage of the budget and can respond and help us give a chance to review it by next week. So thank you, and we'll see you all next week.
Good deal.
Thank you.